Day 3, Mount Dare to Marla. We were going to go via William Creek, but all the roads were closed, and we actually go via Oodnadatta and the famous Pink Hotel. So Mount Dare Hotel in the background there, a little bit of a knoll here, and a little campsite is down there. Wave, boys! And that will be the puddle that Noel fell in last night coming back. I'm telling the story, that'll look better. That was definitely the one, not that small one, because only a loser would spoil puddle. So Noel fell in that big one. We're kicking off today from Mount Dare. We are sticking to the miserable route. The roads have been all closed up until about an hour ago, and they're opening up. So we've actually got to really take it easy today. It's going to be probably about an 8-hour ride day, over 400 kilometres. We're letting a lot of the new people do enduro, the less experienced, to go first. If they're having any challenges, the more experienced riders at the back can assist. So giddy up. Here we go.
Because Scotty and John were naughty yesterday, we have to ride at the back today.
In our defence, we did go past the marshals. However, they were in the bushes having a nature break, and we couldn't see them because they were off the road.
We were behaving ourselves, just poking along.
In my defence, it was peer pressure. I'm weak-minded, and I'm just trying to hang with which I thought were cool kids, but now I know are naughty kids. So I'm just a guy trying to get in this crazy world, and just don't turn your backs on me. Okay, that could have had a little bit of GST, that comment. So they're actually sending them all in small groups. These guys here are all in the naughty corner for going too fast yesterday. That's why they're standing here, so everyone go past them and they've got to bow their heads in a moment of shame. Again, I got caught up because of proximity. Riding along, minding my own business. John and Tanya in the luggage truck, punching it out, all the bags. They also know we're in the naughty corner. They always say idle hands are the devil's workshop. I got bored waiting. All right, as we leave Mount Dare, fun fact for you, Mount Dare used to be a homestead, and over the years it's adapted to a bit of a land relocation and government, and now it's a roadhouse way station. Pretty cool. As you can see by this sign, all four-wheel drive, no caravans, and away we go. Onward to Oodnadatta and to Marla. There'll be a lot of bike sections without any narrating, but this is just to show the vast contrast in the country we're in. These sections are quite soft, so I decided to go right to the edge, which was quite firm. You good? Always checking on riders to see how they're doing, especially if they're nearly stopped. Just working our way through this soft gravel, checking on riders as we go, who might be a bit challenged by the conditions. This shows how deep the gravel was. The gentleman behind just got a little bit off to the side, and then he decided to have a bit of a lie down. We have a turn at 30k mark on round 28, heading towards Oodnadatta. All right, now it's getting interesting. Note there's nothing around, no trees, anything, and you can nearly see the curvature of the earth. On some routes, the BMW tech support truck has to follow the same route that the riders do. This is a cool fun fact. John and Tanya in the tech support truck, they're the mum and dad of Shane, one of the co-directors of BMW Safari. I think sometimes John thinks the BMW luggage truck is a bike. He's caning through this section. Here's Scotty Norman advising riders how to get through this wet section. He's not only is the head of tech support, he works the wee hours repairing bikes. He's also a rider in the pack repairing bikes as he goes along. And yeah, he doesn't sleep much, but he gets everyone going and moving. It's quite a long puddle here, just got this small little ledge down along. Unfortunately, it gets a little bit boggy and sketchy here. It's in safe with good body position. Well done. The BMW team do multiple tasks. Stuart Tate changes and replaces any tyres that need to be done during the event. Here he also is manning the four-wheel drive with the luggage cage on the background. This gives you an idea how deep that hole was that we all had to negotiate. Here's John in the BMW tech truck going for it through this mud puddle. It was all going well until it didn't. Blake Smith, BMW on-bike tech support, is also pretty dab hand with the shovel trying to dig John out of this hole. About an hour or two before we all started, they sent a lot of the marshals out and actually some very skilled riders to go ahead to various wet, challenged, deep holes and various other obstacles. Here's a couple of the guys standing on the side of the road, showing us which direction to go. Looks like we're dropping down into a creek bed. Extra cautious. I've had the odd experience of doing a rim and stuff like this. After an hour and a half of riding, it's always important to have a break. This was a great spot to have lunch. Wee bit soft. This massive lake bed has been dry for years. It's finally got some water in it. Not much, but a bit of water. Here we are, Oodnadatta. Looking for a pink pub, it seems. Oops. Didn't spill a drop. Again. Eating chicken rolls like a sausage. You never eat a sausage in public. Chicken rolls also on the list.
Got crispy ends too.
Alright, there's the sign. Game on. So we're going in and out of Oodnadatta. That's why there's a few bikes coming the other direction. So as we leave Oodnadatta, it's around 2:30 and we got 200 k's to go. Should be in there close to 5 o'clock. Just trying to find a sweet spot. At the moment I know there's Moto Enduro up front. Big bull. Dude. Right there. Got the pain in the ass. Update, we're about 100 k's past Oodnadatta. Bit over 100 k's Marie. Nothing much has changed. Roads are pretty well the same. Knowles up ahead and just trying to find that sweet spot between the dust. It's all gone pear-shaped here. This is not good. Quarter of the marshals. Every day the lead riders lead 2 to 3 hours ahead of the rest of the riders. They leave arrows to show you around and route before the corner and after the corners. They also put yellow stickers out to show caution. And Skip just said there was some markers up for that big dip in the middle there. So earlier the crosswinds were quite intense, but as you can see, how's this for a scene? Outback Australia. This is Shane Booth, co-director of BMW Safaris, one of the primary lead riders working with Skip, and also the son of Tanya and John in the luggage truck. The only time allowed in front of the lead rider is when I'm filming. We finally hit a bit of bitumen and a corner just before we come onto Marla. The lead riders always put arrows up going into a corner and out of a corner. Here they are putting it up on a post. At the end of the field are two sweet riders and they remove all these arrows that are put up by Shane and Skip. Road train coming up. Hardly notice it. 3 carriages. Giddy up. We're supposed to be in a room tonight at William Creek, however, we had to have a bit of a change of plans, so we've gone from Mount Dare to Oodnadatta, and now we're at Marla. 60 k's of all dirt, so now we're camping again. But I've got a powered side so I can get some things sorted, because unfortunately my air vest, phone, cameras need some power, so it'll be fine. All the bike riders are over there with non-powered sides, but a few guys have grabbed some powered sides. All right, let's bang up the tent, we'll go from there.